Poundtown has been shut down. I just read one of my comments on one of those posts, and a guy said, marriage is women's new hustle, and I could not agree more, because seriously, one, they throw it back for you in the beginning, they lock you down, they pop out a couple of kids, which is like secondary insurance to the whole tying you down part. And then when they get the divorce after they hit amnesia from shutting you off, they collect the paycheck. They get the alimony, they get the child support, they get more than 50-50 with the kids, and more than half the time, they get the whole house that you just busted your paying for the last 10 years. And what did she do? She took care of it or cleaned it up, maybe. But I totally agree that marriage is the women's new hustle. I saw a post with a female that said, ladies, you're doing it all wrong. She had 6 kids. She was 25 years old, around in in her 20s, mid to late 20s. 6 kids, 6 different baby daddies. And she said each one of them comes with a paycheck, and I wake up every morning and my bills are paid. I'm like, so that's what we're doing in these streets now? Y'all are a bunch of trash pandas. And I know that not all women are like this, and the women that aren't, this video is not going to bother them because they know they don't fit into that category. But the women that do fit into the category, I think y'all need help. And I don't think there's any helping you, because it's like, that's just your way of life.
I know I can't be the only one. I just feel like women might not be for me.
Let me just say that the dating of lesbians, okay, is trash, okay? It is absolutely trash.
It makes me really frustrated and confused when I hear women talking about how they're just done with dating men and they're going to be a lesbian, and how their life would be so much better if they could just marry a woman whenever they're fed up with men or a man pissed them off. Because, babe, women can be just as bad as men.
This dang world for being a lesbian is so ghetto. When I say it's so ghetto, like it's ghetto as hell out here.
Hey, listen, I can't be the only lesbian, stud, whatever you want to call it, that is actually getting tired of dealing with women. I'm still very much so. I just am tired of dealing with women.
So
the disrespect I see some of y'all women take in the name of being a girl's girl is insane. Viewer discretion is advised.
tweet says, scared of getting in a relationship because what if it works out and I'll never be single again? I'm almost scared to get into a relationship for real, because I don't not want to be single. I want my autonomy. I want to be able to do what I want to do. I want to be able to gaslight you niggas every now and then. I want to be able to do everything that I want to do.
Yeah. To have this kind of a take is so odd to me, because being in a relationship is not mandatory. There's no law. There's no one that can force you. Nothing. It is literally a decision. That's like me coming on here complaining about having to move to Pakistan, knowing I don't have to do it. Literally, there's no law that is going to force me to move to Pakistan. It is simply a decision. Shorty really got on here and said she's scared to be in a relationship because she doesn't not want to be single. Ma'am, is your brain functioning properly? Like, is everything firing on all cylinders the way it should? Because you do know you can be single for as long as you want. As long as you want. There is literally no threat to your singlehood. You are in 100% control on being in a relationship or not being in a relationship. And to think she got on a platform and said this with her whole chest. What be wrong with some of y'all? And y'all want me to believe this generation of women is the most educated of all time? You gotta be kidding me.
And sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, I look at you in your relationship and it feels limiting to me. Mm-hmm. And it might not feel limiting to you, but for where I am and on my journey and like where I am and being single, I couldn't imagine being like, oh, let me tell him.
And to think, in the name of friendship, you sat on this platform and allowed that woman to disrespect your relationship that you chose to be in because she's on a different path in life. If it's one thing that scares me most about female friendships, I don't understand the moral code. I don't know what code they actually follow. Every female group has a completely different code. I'll be damned my homeboy would ever say something like that to me just because he's on a different path in life. Like, yeah, bro, I love being single. I love being outside and doing my own thing and gaslighting women. And sometimes I look at you like, I feel sorry for you, bro. What? He'd be lucky if I don't swing on him right in that moment. Are you crazy? I chose to be here because I want to be here. I'm enjoying myself in this relationship. It is not your place to criticize my relationship in a situation that has nothing to do with you. No one is telling you to be in a relationship. You don't have to. You know what? I think sometimes I get a little too ahead of myself and I care too much about certain topics. And I'm like, there's no way I could be on a podcast platform and be disrespected in this manner and just be letting them go off and say they you crazy. It's unfortunate that this woman does not even realize she's being blatantly disrespected. Not only directly, but her friend is also disrespecting her relationship and her decision making. And fellas, we got to be careful on who our women call friends, because if she got one of these in her corner, it's a good chance your relationship ain't gonna make it. But you know what? Fortunately for y'all, you ain't got to listen to nothing I'm saying, because I'm just a normal guy. Y'all keep it change.
So this article has been going around and we gotta talk about it. Because ladies, this affects you too. I know the dating pool out there is getting slimmer and slimmer. And this is what's going on. Men need to wake up because women no longer need a man or a relationship to be happy and be fulfilled in their lives. Trust me, I spent a lot of years singles. Yes, I had healing to do. Yes, was that struggle for me? Yes, did I want a relationship? 100%. But I also spent that time working on myself, traveling the world, building a career, and I didn't need a partner. So it gave me the ability to take my time and find someone who truly added value to my life. This is what women are doing these days. We don't need men. We would like them. It would be nice to have one, but it's not a must-have. So women, do not feel bad if you are struggling to find a man. Keep your standards high and wait. I didn't meet my man until I was 34, and it was worth it because now I have a true partner who brings something to my life. He brings value. We bring value to each other's lives. But let me tell you, I dated so many like boys that I would have never committed to because God, what would they be bringing to my life except for a headache? So this is time for men to wake up. And guess what? The right men are going to wake up. They're going to put in the effort. They're going to bring things to the table. And ladies, we just have to hold out for them and let these fuckboys be lonely and single. See ya.
So does height really matter when you guys are dating?
Yes.
Oh.
Actually,
I'm 5'1". I'm short, guys. So obviously
everybody is taller than you.
No, that's not true. Because I have met some guys that
4'11".
Listen, for real. They like checked off the box, like all the boxes.
They always do.
Besides the height.
The shorter ones always do it. That's
and
what
I'm
gonna say.
Like, there's this one guy that was just everything was hitting, and then
you height up.
And my best friend was like, "It's okay, you could just wear kitten heels all the time." And I'm like, "Nah, I'm not gonna do that." Like, no, even I'm 5'1".
Yeah,
I'm 5'1".
But even in heels, you wouldn't be taller than someone 5'5".
Yes, because I like 5-inch heels, like 4 or 5-inch heels. Yes, I'm like right there. We're the same height. You looking at me like I don't like that.
I can't believe this is a conversation today. They have this level, like men that are not tall. They're extremely masculine and they're very manly and because
they lack in height.
For example, I was on a podcast with a guy. Trader. You guys know who I'm talking about. The guy with the braids that he was like, I'm a high value man. Yes. And then this other lady chewed him up because she's just like, dude, yes, you're tall. I don't want to say the word, but the assness. So I've dated a couple of men that were like my height, whatever. I'm 5'6". For some reason, they just always got their shit together. Very confident, very masculine, they just provide, they give you that safe space. Sometimes when guys are really
men
tall,
probably feel very safe.
Or they feel like they just
knowing that they can get women just because of their height.
And here we are talking about
they
it.
know that they're going to be looked at by women because they're as tall as they are. Women that are 5'1" are absolutely the women that need to be okay and don't need to be saying, I mean, a man that's 6 foot. And you need to be okay with that man that's 5'5". No, honestly, sometimes the height difference with a really tall man, like if you get a really nice like 6'4" ass nigga, and they're with a 5 foot ass, like it's like
don't be a hater. Don't be a hater.
Like, whoa, come on.
And for one, you can see how that woman is looking. I think what she had the blonde hair. She's kind of sitting by that lady talking about, well, if I was, wearing 5-inch heels, and I would be as tall as a man that's 5'5" or 5'6". So are you going to be wearing those type of heels all day long? No. Are you going to be wearing them every day? No. And this is the type of stupidity that men have to deal with. This is the logic that men have to deal with. We can even go back to the clip before that where the woman was talking about, oh, the rise of lonely single men. I met my partner when I was 34. Good for you, by the way. But I traveled. I went and got an education. I built my career, yada, yada. Great for you. But then you also told on yourself. Well, I was messing around with F-boys that were just a headache. A headache how? Headache in what way? Like a headache, like they was, putting you through the mattress and your head was hitting the floor, like that type of headache. Like they was hitting it from the back so hard and that they was putting your head through the headboard, through the sheetrock. That type of headache. That's what I'm saying, man. These modern women, they get out there and they start saying a whole bunch of stupid stuff, and then they wonder why men about face and run the other way. This is foolish.
Okay, so tell me if I'm wrong in this situation.
If they start their statement like that, 9 times out of 10, they're wrong. Viewer discretion is advised.
Me and my boy, we had a debate about this situation that I went through because my boy feel like I'm being prideful, and I feel like it was self-respect. I was talking to this guy. The communication was good at first. Then after a few days, he started being very inconsistent. Like, hit me up in the morning, disappear for the rest of the day, hit me up in the morning again, whatever. So I just got tired of it. And one day he hits me up, I reply back to him, he asks me a question, and I just never reply back to him.
Red flag number 1. Now, I haven't heard the whole story. However, just from that part there, it seems to me that you only did not reply back to him because he's been inconsistent. Now, we don't know the reasons for him being inconsistent. However, you adding more fuel to the fire isn't helping the situation.
The next day, he felt the need to hit me up again and say, oh, hey, good morning. By the way, just letting you know, you never replied back to me. In that scenario, I didn't say nothing back to him. Like, I didn't say, like, oh, well, I did that because you did that. It's because when I'm first talking to somebody, I like to play dumb. Because I want to see if you're serious about it.
Well, then, my assumption was correct. You said it yourself. You like to play games. And the games you like to play is you let somebody text you. You don't text back on purpose just to see if they're going to double text you to see if they're serious about you or not, which is very childish if you ask me.
Right? So instead, I was like, oh, I'm sorry. I thought I replied back to you. He was like, no, but it's fine. And then he asked me another question, but I was at work. So I wasn't able to respond back to him right away. So he texted me again, like, oh, but what you're doing? So I told him, I'm at work. Disappears. Then the next day, he hits me up like, oh, hey, good morning. What are you doing after work? I ghost him. I never replied back to him.
Okay, so this is your third offense. You still with the ghosting and not replying back to him for what? What are you trying to accomplish here? And not only are you ghosting him, you're also being disingenuous by saying that, oh, I thought I'll text you back, knowing that you did not text him back on purpose. Why are you like this? I thought the premise was to talk to this man. If you don't want to talk to him anymore, stop replying entirely. What's the point of this? You engage in conversation with him, the conversation starts to gain momentum, and you just stop because you're trying to prove what exactly?
And then my boy was like, oh, you see, but that was the opportunity to tell him, like, oh, hey, if you want to continue to speak to me, you should, I want somebody who's going to be consistent and plan dates. Like, I'm not like your last minute thought. And I was like, no, I'm not going to say that to a person that I never met before. I'm not going to go that extra because I feel like I'm doing too much. I feel like if you really liked me from the beginning, you would have been consistent and you would have been planned a date.
Okay, if that is your logic, based on your logic, that means that man does not like you. Why are you still texting back? Why are you even doing the antics that you are doing right now? It doesn't make sense.
Like, me telling you to do that to a person that I never met in my life, it's kind of like, I feel like I look desperate. And I feel like I'm doing too much. And he was like, oh, no, you see, that's the pride in you. Sometimes you have to let people know about themselves so they could fix that. If you can't get it right, you can't get that simple part right in the beginning, I could just only imagine how it's going to be the rest of the relationship. So for that, I just rather not talk to you. Like, am I wrong for that?
Let me be the first to say I am so happy that both of y'all are not talking anymore. Because if we're being completely honest, neither one of y'all are ready for a relationship. You still playing childish games. He can't be consistent with you. At this point, it's pointless. And for the record, everything your homeboy said was correct. But you know what? You ain't gonna listen to me. I'm just a normal guy.
Just hope if you hit my liquors.
This is what's wrong with society, y'all. This is what's wrong with society. They consider that a strong woman. Oh, she's standing up for herself. Aren't you worried? But I would be worried. I'd be so worried if I knew my daughter was acting like that in public. Listen, I don't know if you're watching this video, but if this video gets to you, I'm gonna tell you, girl, you're so lucky. You are so lucky. You didn't get your rocked. You are so lucky. First of all, I could tell. I'm going to tell you real quick. You are a representation of your house, of your parents. The way you act in public, that's the way that we see your parents. So when you act like a little disrespectful, combative, rude, oh, look at me. Your parents didn't raise you right, or maybe you didn't have parents at the house. Because no way in would a young woman raised the right way put herself in a predicament where she could be harmed severely by another man. That's not strong. Oh, you know, she's just standing up. No, she's not. That's why she has a ring on her finger. That's why that dude's next to her. Listen, a lady, a strong-minded woman, behaves herself. pays herself respect in every situation by not putting herself in harm's way. That gentleman that was just looking at her understands she was not raised the right way, because no woman on earth with good values is gonna do that. The only people that would do this are disrespectful little rude mothers who didn't have discipline at home, who have never been taught to respect your elders. Okay? I don't give a fuck what kind of environment you were raised in. You don't do that. You don't go into somebody's face and start bickering at them, because one day you're not going to bump into the right gentleman. Somebody's going to rock your so hard, you're going to end up in Mars. And here you are with broken teeth. Oh, he attacked me. Verbal attack is still attack. You're still crossing the line. You're still crossing the line. I could press charges on you. You are being combative. You are being rude. You are harassing me. A lot of y'all weren't taught this. And that's why I'm here to tell you. Don't think that because, I didn't touch him, he can't do. No, trust me. If he feels threatened, he can definitely pursue to defend himself. I don't know about y'all, but that was not strong. That is not mature. You should worry. If you have a child like that, you should definitely worry. You should have a sit down and say, listen, I'm just going to tell you one time. Those teeth, they can get punched. A woman and a man, very different anatomies. Men are stronger. Society is raising y'all's kids, and that's what's going to happen. And that gentleman that was next to her, he's not a real gentleman. If that was your son, I'm going to tell you, he's a little because why the would you put yourself in a predicament when a woman can put you in a dangerous predicament? That's point number one. Point number two, if that's your chick, shame on you. Shame on you for not knowing how to control her and tell her, hey, you need to chill. Because that shows leadership. So many things are wrong with this video. Tell me what you saw.
One of the most toxic traits that the majority of women have that I don't hear anyone talking about is the way that women will always apologize or tell the truth only after they've been told about the consequences to their actions. Let me explain. If a woman is only telling you the truth after you've threatened to leave, just know that it is a form of manipulation and a form of self-preservation. Because the only reason that she's supposedly being honest is because she doesn't want to have to deal with the consequences to her actions. And let me give you an example. Let's say you tell your wife or girlfriend that you don't want her having Snapchat, but she turns around and she's been having Snapchat behind your back. And you question her about it, and you're like, you know what? I'm not cool with you lying. I'm out of here, because you have self-respect, you have morals, you have self-worth, and you're like, no, that was a boundary for me. I'm cutting you off. I'm never talking to you again. And now all of a sudden she's going to tell you that she has Snapchat, that, she hasn't been happy. She's telling you that, all of the things that are supposedly wrong in the relationship, and she's finally being a truth teller. Again, it is not to be an honest person. And this is where it gets twisted. When she gets into that next relationship and she starts telling the new guy, oh, but I was so honest. I was so upfront. I always told the truth. She leaves out the part in the situation where she only told the truth to keep her in this relationship, or to keep her from accountability and to deal with the consequences of her own actions. Because is it really honest behavior or somebody that has integrity if she's waiting until all of the cards fall against her and not in her favor for her to be honest? No, that's fake, that's manipulation, and you shouldn't be falling for it. The majority of women are not telling you the truth because they don't want to hurt your feelings, or the majority of women are lying to you because they don't want to deal with how you might react. Okay, bye.
You know what I would never understand?
No, but I am sure you're going to tell us. Viewer discretion is advised.
I would never understand a man who is just like, well, I text you last, so I wasn't going to double text you.
I can definitely understand his concern. But my question to you is, why didn't you text him back? Answer that for us. Because a lot of y'all be grown as playing these child games like, oh, I'm just not going to text him back and see if he double texts. That's pointless. It really is. If you want to talk to someone, text them back, call them, whatever it is, just do it. But unfortunately, a lot of y'all don't like to reciprocate when y'all dealing with men. Y'all just feel like he should do all the footwork in order for y'all to get to wherever it is y'all want to be. And then when responses like this come back, now it's like, oh, whoa, you're being sassy. Get the on, man.
You want a boyfriend. You want a boyfriend. You want to be chased. You want flowers. You want to be taken on a date. God, leave. You want a boyfriend. I get it.
Only in 2025 where a man wanting reciprocation makes him. Yeah. And to add insult to injury, I firmly believe you guys do not understand the concept of texting. Here we go, okay? If I send you a message, you send one back. That's it. And you just keep that, you just tennis that back and forth until you guys come to a conclusion and the conversation is over. However, if I send you a message, right, and you don't send one back, then I am just waiting on your message. Now, if you decide you do not want to respond to my message, why the would you assume that I'm going to send you another one? That would defeat the purpose. It is your responsibility to respond to my initial message. If I send you 2 messages, now you're not responding into the second one. You're responding to the first one that I initially sent. It makes things really complicated. When you saw my message to begin with, y'all are too grown to be playing these childish games. And I'm sick of it. I really am. I see why a lot of y'all are single. And honestly, I deserve it. But you know what? Fortunately for y'all ain't got to listen to me. I'm just a normal guy. I keep the change.
Yeah, I think I agree with self-checkout. That woman was talking about, am I right, am I wrong? Both of y'all need to go sit down. Just sit down. Number one. Number two, I wouldn't have even made that video. That's what I'm saying. There was another clip that I was commenting on recently where the woman was like, what do you think that social media is going to say? I don't care what social media is going to say, because what's right and what's right is what's right. It don't matter what they talk about. What's right is what's right. And that's what modern women think about. They think about what everybody else is going to say. It don't matter. And you know, you have a lot of women say, you, yes, queen. Oh, go off. And be dead wrong. Be dead wrong. Lying and carrying on. Dead wrong. Yes, queen. Yeah, that's a little toxic, but I love a little toxic. And you never learn your lesson. And so we come over here with this clip where the woman talking about, am I wrong? I was ignoring him, and I understand what you want. The man to chase you is what you want. You want the man to, I want you to really take control. I want you to really take charge and show me that you want me, right? Let me go ahead. Yeah, she thinks she's cute, which she takes care of herself. She has nice hair. Nice hair. She's cute. So she's thinking at this point in time, because she takes care of herself, then the man's supposed to really just pine over her. I'm like, I'm the cream of the crop. I mean, I'm sure to somebody you are, but that doesn't mean you keep on disrespecting people. Text back like a normal person, man.
Why should a man take a baddie serious?
Because I pay the bills. Because I'm a boss. So how much more serious does it need to get?
You're talking about you.
I'm just saying baddies. Baddies pay the bills. All my baddies get money. Every last one of them are rich. I know what I pay these girls. They make more money than anybody in America on a 9-to-5, you got a good job. My is paid. Okay. So at the end of the day, you said, why should anyone take a baddie serious? Because we pay the bills.
Why should a man?
Because we pay the bills.
That's cool.
Yeah.
What I'm referring to is, it's not necessarily about money all the time. And I think...
No, you said that.
No.
You said, what is it that makes a male...
No, I will say it again.
Okay, say it again.
Why should a man take a baddie serious?
I just told you. When they make more money and they're the boss.
That's cool.
She's the boss. And so he makes... So what I was trying to refer to is he makes more money, right?
Right.
But she's the boss.
Okay, take money out of it.
No, it was money out of it. He definitely makes more money than her. She's still running that.
Okay, but
okay,
take financials out of it.
Okay, so
what are the qualities that a baddie may bring to the table?
She's definitely more popular than him. I don't even know who the f he is. So
this was hard to watch. She just sat up there and said a whole bunch of nothing. Or in other words, a baddie don't bring nothing to the table. Their money and their popularity is their identity. Outside of that, they have nothing to offer except for drama and headaches. All they know how to do is twerk and fight. This whole baddie era is a scam. All that hype with zero substance. Keep it a buck. These baddies, they don't bring peace. They don't bring ambition. They don't bring support. They bring problems. Entire personality revolves around being looked at. The moment that attention stops, so does their identity. They think money and followers equals value, but anybody can go viral. Anybody can shake their on TV. That's not talent. A BBL can cover up an empty spirit.
Should you pay for the bill if it's your boyfriend's birthday dinner? I posted a TikTok about this and I got annihilated in the comment section. But yeah, I think it's a matter of preference, and I don't think it's like that deep. And every relationship is different.
I am really convinced that some of you just do not like the men that you are with. Like, what do you mean? Just because your boyfriend pays for every single meal when you go out, it does not mean that he's not going to feel a certain way when he has to pay for his birthday dinner. And the fact that you had to ask the question indicates that even if that man offered to pay for his own dinner, you would let him. And that's the problem, because you shouldn't invite him to a dinner out that's very nice, $200 and $300. Like, that's not nothing. Then allow him to pay for his dinner. Like, you should be fighting him for that check, even if he was fighting you back. I don't get it. And it makes sense why so many women were in the comments of your original video, which, thank goodness, there's enough good women out there to try to drive some sense into you that you shouldn't be asking this question. And if you are, then you really don't like the man and he deserves better.
Men that get upset at women for wanting a man with money, here's an idea. Find yourself a woman that doesn't care about money. There are plenty of women in this world that think time and attention is more than enough. So go get them.
First of all, we're not gonna judge her because we are sinners like she is, and that's not our work, it's God's work. There are things in life that are way more important than only thinking about money. Yes, the Bible talks about the man should provide and protect, but why people think that providing is only money? That is not only about money. Providing is for a man being faithful, providing his faithfulness. Yeah, that's something the money can't buy. And it's way important than money. What other things a man can provide? Peace, clarity, consistency. It's more important to have a man who is consistent with you, who show you that you are a priority for him, who bring you peace. And also you want a man who provides to be with you in the hard times, because everyone is with you in the easy times, but not everyone is with you in the hard. You want a man who provide maturity, wisdom, because some people are smart but they don't have wisdom. You know that. You want a man who bring you closer to God, not far away from God. So pay attention to that one, please. So there are more things in life that money can't buy. Pick the right one.
You ain't brought no value to me.
Trying to get to know me.
Because you already talking about money. That's like me saying, well, you can give me some head then. So come do that.
I'm good.
Okay, so leave.
No.
What you mean? No, I don't want you in my car. It's pointless. I'm not spending no you. I'm not taking you shopping. I'm not doing that.
You can, though, if you wanted to.
You keep talking about I can. I'm telling you what I'm not doing, though. I can do a lot of things. I can do whatever I want. But I'm not doing it. I need you to hear me clearly.
Alright, so then pay some of my bills.
How about you get out? How about we start there? You don't. I don't want you in this car.
You got money.
You wasting my time.
How am
I got money that I worked hard for. Why would I waste it on you?
If you're getting to know me.
Why would I pay your bills for what? Why? Tell me why a random stranger that you just met should pay your bills.
Stranger that you was trying to talk.
It doesn't matter.
And I'm giving you time of day.
Tell me why a stranger you just met should pay your bills.
Because if you got money, why not?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that I got money. Pay your bills.
I do, but if I can get the help from somebody that I'm getting to know, why not?
You're not getting to know me, because I don't want to get to know you no more. Go, digger. You can get out. You can let yourself out. Go home and think about what you did.
Hey.
Crazy, bro. The audacity that these females be having, bro, is just insane, bro. The fact that they be begging like this is wild, bro. I'm tired of that, bro. We gonna keep on exposing us, bro. All 2025, y'all know what it is with me. Subscribe to the channel.
And you said we was not gonna be that long in the store.
Well, you know, I tried to get a couple things. We just had to get a couple things.
We? I ain't no we. What you mean we?
What you mean?
Well, you shopping for the whole year. Enough for the year, ain't you?
I need clothes. I need clothes. What you mean?
Okay, well.
This is for my mom. So can you go ahead and ring this one up?
For your mom.
For my mama.
So who's buying all of this?
You. No, put it on.
No. Well, hold on. What you mean me? You told me we was just running in the store for a second and just coming back out, just hanging out.
You don't like none of this stuff?
I'm not buying this, bro.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not. Ma'am, you might as well go ahead and unring this up. I'm not buying it. Yeah, I'm not buying it. I haven't even, man, I ain't even smashed yet. Why would I even buy you all of this stuff?
Do you think I should have to sleep with him to bring him to buy this stuff?
Listen to me, ma'am. I'm not paying for this. You got some money or something?
I didn't even bring my wallet.
Okay, ma'am. I'm not paying for this, so I don't know. Yes, I'm ass serious, bro. I'm about to leave. Like, I don't know what you own. You said that you was running the store for a second, bro. You literally got all of this stuff, and you think that I'm paying for this? You got enough for the year, ma'am? I'm not paying for this. She doesn't have any money, so I don't know what she gonna do. That's on you, but I'm about to go ahead and get up out of here. So yeah, you have a nice day. I don't know what you got going on. I'm out of here, bro. Yeah. I don't know what she on.
I like men that spend money on me and don't bother me. I don't like men that only spend money on me when they're in my presence. This guy just called me and asked me what I was doing tonight and if I wanted to go out. I don't have an issue with going out tonight. I'm dressed. I'm about to go out with my friends. My issue is he's only gonna spend money on me if he's there. Because he's always just trying to he's always like, are you hungry? Do you need anything? All this stuff. But if I ever say I'm hungry, he wants to pick me up and take me to dinner. Just send me the money. And it's the same thing for tonight. And I know that if he was to come, he would pay for everything and he'd make sure all my friends got home safe and he'd drive us everything. Even the guy that we're going out with, he would take care of him. But it's like, just send me the money and leave me alone.
Peep this, I'm not done talking about that Casanat situation because y'all girls swear y'all the cream of the crop and y'all leaving us out here to dry. Talking about we love our black man, show us. You talking about we need to pay for this, pay for that. And it shows each and every time. It don't matter if you're a rapper, a streamer, content creator, doctor, lawyer, you will leave us. It doesn't matter about the money. You are loyal to your emotions. Emotions, gang. And now everybody gonna sacrifice this young man. Talk about, oh, what did he do? Oh, he didn't buy her this. Oh, da-da-da. No, I'm not gonna let y'all do that to my boy. Talking about, oh, she been this way. We told him that. Obviously, you didn't try hard enough, my nigga.
You know, once again, this is why, it doesn't make any sense that you have modern women that have to school, or you have a lot of these ladies out here that have to school these women in learning how to be a lady, learning how to act, and understanding the definition of what it means to provide. I mean, a man could tell you till he's blue in the face, and a man has been telling you that, but you act like you don't understand. That's the issue. You don't understand that a man is saying, well, I can provide in this way. I can do this for you. I can do that for you. Say, for instance, I know some people that, you know, they wanted their kids to go to a certain school, but they didn't have the money to do it. Right. And so instead, they traded their time. They traded their services. It's what they used to do in the old days. I might not have currency, but if I give you potatoes and you give me apples, then we both get what we want. I have a plethora of apples and you have a plethora of potatoes. Let's help each other out. That's what's happening. Men are saying, well, you know, I might not have 100K, but I make 60K and I can fix cars. You know, I'm a good man. I'm a stable man. I work in the, I work as a mechanic. You know, I work in the community. I do this on Saturdays. So I can bring you value other than just making money. Like I said, I'm willing to pay all the bills, or as much as I can. I'm willing to do 80-20, right? You pay 20% of the bills. I pay 80%. I think that's a good deal. and men offer all they can, but modern women say stupid stuff like this, like, oh, it's just not enough. And they end up with no man wanting them. I mean, you get your cheeks clapped, but that's just about it.
There's a lot of modern men that want a traditional woman, but they don't want to be a traditional man. So you want a woman to come home from a job, just like you did, clean, cook, do the laundry, take care of the kids, and handle everything in the household. And you guys are both going to work. Do you see how that don't make sense?
No, it does make sense. And yes, I do want you to do that. And then, because guess what? When the tub or the light break down, you not fixing it.
But that's an everyday job.
Be the quiet right now. See, that's the problem.
Everyday job.
That's the problem. You're
Are
not
you
fit to be-
delusional?
No,
I don't give a. It's an everyday job for a woman to come home, cook, clean, and take care of the kids, and also go to a job like a man.
But my question is, why don't you want to do that?
What are you talking about? Why don't I want to do? You know how fucking tiring that is? Have you done that?
First of
Have you
all,
done that?
I do it every day.
First of all, Lazar,
what?
Yelling doesn't mean you're winning an argument. It's a sign of low intelligence. So what? Yes, you're going to cook, clean, do this and do that. And guess what? He taking the trash out. He fixing the house.
Yeah.
He making sure this.
He's gonna do his
Y'all
manly
have
duties.
different responsibilities
That's
and different roles.
That is ridiculous.
That's how I know you're not fit to be
Fine,
a wife.
I cannot be fit to be a wife, but I'm not falling for the trickery. Because guess what? I've
What's
been
the
a woman.
trickery?
Listen,
What's
I've
the
been
trickery?
a woman who lives with a man.
What's the
and we
trickery?
went 50-50, and I went to work and he went to work. But guess wasn't 50-50. The dishes wasn't 50-50. The laundry wasn't 50-50. The cleaning wasn't 50-50.
I take pride in doing it.
So what?
I don't give a f-
Oh, repeat that, mama.
do it. But I'm letting you know that it feels very draining. And I'm not saying I won't
So
do it, but when I'm going
what?
50-50 on you,
I take pride in doing it.
So
the difference between a woman that is marriage material versus one that is not. Sounds like you have a personal problem in selecting right dudes, but now you're estimating what a whole gender should do based off of your bad experiences.
Fellas, do not choose a woman who don't want to be a woman.
Right.
Facts.
so you don't want to
Wait,
be a
pause. I
woman.
just
No,
let
you
you
don't
talk.
want to
I
be
just
a
let you talk.
woman because you don't want to
Azar.
train yourself every day.
Azar,
Go ahead.
yelling doesn't mean you're winning an
and-
argument.
and okay, I don't
So
care.
stop
I
yelling.
can
You
yell.
can yell, but it doesn't. Yelling doesn't mean
It
you're
doesn't
winning an
mean- it
argument.
means that I
it's
wanna
just a
yell.
sign of low intelligence and means
It's-
that
I'm
you're
not
so.
lo- I don't
it's-
have low intelligence,
It's a
so I don't
sign. Are you
care.
signaling that you have low
No, I'm
intelligence
not.
when you yell
I can
instead
yell.
of just
Go
using
ahead,
your
say
inside
what you wanna
voice?
say. Go ahead, say what you want to say.
Fellas, find a woman.
He's good.
Who loves being a woman and doing womanly things. Ladies, find a man who loves being a man and doing manly things. We are not equal.
Facts. Yes.
I agree.
And that's what's messing the world up because a lot of women believe we're equal.
I don't agree. I don't
I'm
believe
not
we're
talking about you
equal.
right now. Right now, I'm in general. When I get to you, I'm gonna do like this. I'm gonna point right
I'm
at you.
gonna bite that finger off, motherfucker.
I would love to get married again, but now it seems like men don't want to get married anymore.
This is my place. Stop playing the victim. Stop. You stop. You stop.
All right, that's it. I'm calling the cops.
Hey.
I'm calling the cops.
This is why men don't want to get married anymore.
It's funny. I hate you. Bro, you're a weird too. Like it's not funny.
Why are men so hesitant to commit to marriage these days?
I told you to stop texting her. I don't understand why she is the priority here.
I mean, what's a text? Did you see what the text said?
It doesn't matter what it says. You can ignore it.
I can't say happy birthday?
No, you absolutely cannot say happy birthday. Why is that impossible for you to understand?
I mean, I grew up with a girl. It's not that big of a deal.
I don't care. I do not care. If
Sure.
the person that you're with is asking you not to do something, wouldn't you be like, yes, I love you so much, I'm going to not do that anymore.
Excuse me. Look, you gotta be quiet. We have other customers. Please mind your business, okay?
Oh, mind my business?
Yes.
Mind my business.
Okay.
I get the authorities. You can mind your business.
Why aren't men getting married anymore?
What?
Do you know what you did?
Yeah, I got paper plates like you asked me to.
We're not wealthy.
Yeah, that's why we're getting paper plates.
You got Dixie bringing.
Okay. They were 3 for $15.
That's
They're on
still-
sale. I thought I did good.
That's $5 for 44 plates. I normally get like 100 pack for like $3.50.
Okay, they didn't have that at the dollar store.
They have
I did the
plates.
math. Yeah. Dude, that's 11 cents a plate. That's good for Dixie.
You're acting like we hit the lottery, Jason.
Oh my gosh. That doesn't
And
make-
Bounty too. You have just gone off the deep end.
The way that when men say they don't want to get married,
Say those things if I don't do anything to you that threatens your life. Guess what? You're broken up with me now, right? Okay. Stop being this fucking
They're fucking filming us. Like, stop. Hey, what the?
If you do not train yourself to listen to your man before he marries you, you will struggle to listen to him even when you are married. A lot of women, they wonder why they are still not married. It is simply because you do not know how to listen. Marriage does not teach you submission. It rather exposes the rebellion that is already on the inside of you. Whenever you do not listen to that person, that man you are currently with, you are communicating resistance and rebellion to him. Men will not tell you that they are testing you, but they are testing you each and every time he asks you to do something. It's even in the silliest requests that he might ask you to do. And whenever you refuse to do that thing he asks you to do, it might be changing the way you speak, the way you dress, how you show up, how you speak to him. Something as simple as, please go and do this, and you choose not to do it. Or maybe you talk about how before he came into your life, nobody told you what to do. Now he just can't come and tell you what to do. What you're communicating to that man is, I will never submit to you. I will never listen to you. And I am the queen of my own world. And men don't want a woman who is going to compete with their authority. You need to understand that most women who fail to listen, they struggle with a controlling spirit, a spirit that always wants to be in charge, have things go their way, tit for tat. If he does this, I'm also going to do it. A lot of women, you might not know this, that man that you are currently with, he might have already disqualified you as his wife because you have failed all the listening tests, the submission tests that he has put you under. So you do not wait for the ring to listen to him. You listen to him even before the ring, because that's what will prove your ability to submit to that man.
You're going to miss out on an intentional man by comparing your man to a performative one. You are looking at a bouquet of flowers that come from a florist, a local florist, or maybe a local grocery store that your man brought to you intentionally simply because he knew you loved flowers, and you're comparing your bouquet to the man who gave his woman flowers that he bought from Bouquets by Brie, right? Because he's on social media, he know what's post worthy, and he knows that his woman will perform that post and brag on him. So he did it performatively. Your man did it intentionally because he only did it for you. He didn't do it for the audience. He didn't do it for your followers, and he didn't do it for the applause, but he did it with intention. And because he did not get your flowers from Bouquets by Brie that come with a big old 100 bouquet of roses with the black paper on it, you feel like he's bare minimum. You feel like you're settling for less, when the reality is intention beats performance every single time. And this is the problem with social media. You compare what's real to what's performed. And me, I'm in a relationship with a man who's offline. He's not performative at all. So anything that he does that's kind for me, he does it for me. He couldn't care less if I posted it or not. He doesn't need the recognition or the praise. So I have to catch myself sometimes and say, dang, when he just brought me this bouquet of flowers, or dang, when he just wrote me this love letter, or dang, when he just bought me my favorite food, do I have to post everything for online approval? Or is this rooted in my own need to perform and show the world that I got a good man? You don't need to prove to the world that you got a good man. If that man is being good to you, that's between you and him. But because so many of us feel like we need to perform love, perform discipline, perform good life or luxury, we need to perform everything, so much so that we miss out on the real life lived moments where somebody is actually being good to us. You will fumble a man that does intentional things for you because it does not look like the performative version. Bouquets of flowers from regular florists are still very intentional and meaningful. Don't fumble a good man because he does not perform for social media, because he does not live up to the aesthetic. If he loves you and he takes care of you and he does things for you, it does not matter if your social media followers like it or not. It does not matter if you get a lot of praise or comments for it. What matters is how it made you feel. And sometimes you don't like what he did for you because you are still busy trying to prove to other people all that he's done for you. But you feel like what he's done for you doesn't measure up to the aesthetic. You see what I'm saying? This is why you need to get offline and touch some grass.
Well, I think you have to understand that a lot of these modern women, maybe the man knows what to get you or who to buy it from, but maybe he also wants to impress you. So he might get it from the store, or he might get it from Bouquets by Brie or whoever it is, because, oh man, this is a big one. She's gonna like these flowers, man. This is, wow. Let's see what she says. So that might be a possibility. Maybe he does know, but maybe he's also, like I said, like, well, I think she likes, she wants to go bigger, go home. Like my girlfriend is flashy, so she likes, big stuff. Like she like, you got to do it bigger, go bigger, go home, basically. So I'm going to go ahead and get her these, and this is what she likes. I think the problem comes in when modern women compare themselves, right? Like a lot of these ladies, what they'll do is put it online. When he's thinking, oh man, I just made her happy. I just made her day, man. I'm good, man. And not necessarily that I gave her these flowers to get her off my back, but I think I'm good for a little while. I think we're okay. But then she'll come in complaining about, oh, well, I just saw somebody online get these flowers, and if you really love me, you would go get these flowers. So it's not about the man at that point. It's about her ruining her blessing.